Hello everyone, peace of Christ to all. Today we are going to talk about something very important, and I know I started very early today, but always good to do good things, right? Uh, all of us we hear about the Quran, how the Quran is preserved, and how it's amazing, etc. But there is, simple questions you ask, and you will find that the Quran cannot stand a very simple question. And today in our broadcast, we are going to ask those questions, and you will see how simple they are. And at the same time, Islam cannot stand them. And I will receive more people to watch. Let us hear some music for a few minutes, 3 minutes maybe, and we will be back together. All right, I think this is enough for now. Just I wanted to be sure that we have some people listening. This is Mozart, and I challenge Allah to give us better than Mozart. It's very funny when the Quran says that Allah He challenged anyone to make Quran better than His Quran, and or even similar. When we know the Quran mentioned clearly that Muhammad he received satanic verses, which mean Muhammad he received satanic Quran, and Muhammad himself did not notice. But however, our topic today is not about this. Our topic today is more simple, and in the same time it's complicated, and Muslims will have no answer for it. So please feel free to share the video with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube, and your support is always appreciated. Now the Quran says, let us switch to Arabic. Remember, when I say the Quran says, I mean the Quran says, not me, not you. So I want Muslims to focus with me and don't think I'm making a claim. So Quran says mean Quran says. Christian Prince says it's mean Christian Prince said. But Muslims always they have a problem with focusing. I'm going to turn off all the things in the screen, so we will have nothing to prevent us from reading together. If you see with me here, I will get a verse for you, and we will read together. قل لو كان البحر مدادا لكلمات ربي لنفد البحر قبل أن تنفد كلمات ربي. Let us see translation. You can read any translation you want. It doesn't matter really. All Muslim translation is not accepted by me, and by the way, are not accepted by Muslims. The reason for that, Muslims they knew that those translations are meant to fool you, not to meant to translate. In this chapter, chapter 18, verse 109, say, if the ocean were ink, if the ocean were to be ink, what does that mean exactly? Allah saying, Allah himself saying that if the ocean was all of it ink, not water, it's not going to be enough to write the words of my Lord Allah. It's not what? It's not enough to write the words of my Lord Allah. So the ink will be exhausted. The ocean ink, or the ocean water, which is going to turn to be ink, will be exhausted before is going to be even enough to finish the words of Allah. And here I ask myself a very simple question. I mean, who is the stupid here? What words Allah is talking about? If Allah, He mentioned this to prove to us that He is a talking God, well, obviously you are very successful to deliver that message, but that does not make sense. Because according to Muslims, Muhammad is the last of the prophets. If we go to the Quran, you will find a verse in the Quran, chapter 33, verse number 40. And this verse, according to the Muslim understanding, not my understanding, Muhammad is not the father of any of your men, but he is the messenger of Allah, and he is the seal of the prophets. What does that mean? You know, when somebody says to me that this is the seal of the prophet, it means there's no prophets after him. What does that mean exactly? It's mean Allah stopped talking. Allah stopped sending messages. If this is the scenario, then how stupid this verse is, that in the time of Muhammad, not before, Allah is saying that his words is endless, and the ink, if it was the water of the ocean, will not be enough to write the words of Allah. But this is cannot be about the Quran, because I can print the Quran with the, you know, a small quantity of ink. It's very easy, you know. It's a few hundred pages. So what Allah mean that his ink, or the ink of the ocean, or the oceans are not going to be enough to write the words of Allah? The only way to accept this as not a contradiction, if Allah keeps sending messengers, and always he will send messages and he will never stop. But as long Muhammad is the last prophet, then that's very stupid statement to say. Now there is something very funny here, more than this. If Allah now became a mute, Allah is the mute God. He don't talk no more. He don't send prophets, as you see in the verse we mentioned to you, another chapter, chapter 33, verse number 40. Muhammad is the last prophet, which means after that there's no words of Allah is coming. So the mute God, if he's still talking in heaven, he's talking to who? What the point of this verse? Especially this is cannot be for heaven, because he's talking about ink, which is the water ocean, or the ocean which we have. So this ink have to be an ink of this earth, and the talk should be a talk for the people of this earth. And this is why we say that Islam and Quran is a very stupid book made by a naive person who like to exaggerate. This is nothing but a message of exaggeration, and Muhammad, he failed to deliver it in a smart way. You know, the last prophet thing, I don't believe in it, but I'm not going to discuss now what I think, what Muhammad here he meant. I will go by what Muslims believe. You see, there's what I think, what Muhammad he meant, my understanding, and what Muslims. So for now, I will focus on what Muslims believe. So here there's a very clear contradiction in the two verses. Now, this Quran we have in front of us, we are reading from, this is the Quran reported according to the Quran of Hafs. Let me grab the Quran a second. If you have a Quran at home, you can open, I'm talking about the Arabic one, I don't know in the English one how it is. You can open the Quran to page number A. Suppose it's going to be from the left. Remember, in Arabic we read it from right to left. In English it's going to be from the right, because the end of the Quran is at the end of the right side. If you go to that part, you will see it says that this Quran, oh, sorry, it doesn't say even Quran, it says هذا المصحف ضبط على ما يوافق رواية حفص ابن سليمان ابن المغيرة الأسدي الكوفي. According to Hafs, according to Asim, according to Abu Abdul Rahman, according to Uthman, according to Ali, according to Abu Talib, according to Zayd, according to Thabit, according to Abi ibn Ka'b, according to Muhammad. Look how many according. I remember once there was a video made by a Muslim, I think his name Abdul Rahman Green, something like this. He's a stupid convert. He said, "Your, your Bible is according to John. Your Bible is according to Luke. You're according to your Quran. All of it is according to. But the disaster today I'm going to talk about is not this. This Quran is not even called Quran. It's called Mus'haf, and this is according to riwayah to Hafs, which means the recitation of Hafs. Now, who is Hafs? What you will hear today is a disaster. It is what? It is a disaster. This is a Muslim website. Sorry, this is Google book. All right. This is Musnad Ahmad. Musnad Ahmad. Musnad who? Ahmad. And this is a very, very, very powerful name in the Islamic religion. So, according to Musnad Ahmad, let me zoom in so Muslims can read with me. I forgot Muslims do not know Arabic. Sorry. Musnad Ahmad, variant number 2, and we are reading in page 126, as you see in the screen. 126, as you see in the screen. I hope it's clear for you. Look what it says here about Hafs. First of all, Musnad Ahmad is reporting a hadith, and this hadith is coming from Hafs. حدثنا عمرو بن عثمان الرقي حدثنا حفص أبو عمر عن كثير عن etc. عن etc. عن etc. عن etc. He said, look what it says here. This hadith number 1267. This is a very extreme, weak hadith. Not only this. And then he reports how many people consider it as da'if. And it is very da'if. And even in Nasa'i, he mentioned it too. And he says it's matruk, which means leave it alone. It's really it's something messed up. Why it's messed up? Why it's messed up? Because it's reported by a guy, his name Hafs Abu Umar, هو حفص بن سليمان البزاز القارئ صاحب قراءة حفص. It is thrown away because this is coming from a man, his name is Hafs, and he is the one who is very well known by the Quran today as the report of Hafs. The Quran today we have is coming from him. What this is mean that the Muslims accusing this man to be a liar. Actually, I will show you in a different place where it says that he is a liar and he is a thief. He is a liar and he is a thief. It says وهو متروك الحديث مع إمامته في القراءة. So he is good in hadith, but he is bad in hadith. He's a liar in hadith, but he is an imam in the Quran. Like that, how this can be? How we can trust a liar he's a liar in the hadith, but he is trustworthy in the Quran? Let us continue. And this is what Al-Hafiz he said, and Al-Bukhari said too. He said تركوه, they left it alone. وقال أحمد بن حنبل رحمه الله قال يحيى etc. أخذ مني حفص ابن سليمان كتابا فلم يرده وكان يأخذ كتب الناس فينسخها. ويعني أنه كان ينسخ كتبا لم يسمعها فيحدث بها كأنها من سماعه. ولذلك قال ابن معين. Let me translate, guys. This is a disaster. Ahmad ibn Hanbal, he is talking, he says Yahya, he mentioned by Shaba that that Hafs, the one who made the Quran today we have in our hand, he took from me a book and he never returned it back. And he used to take books from people and he write it down as if it is his own, and he mentioned it as if it's his own book and his own words. And look what it says. He continued talking and saying, وَكَانَ كَذَّابًا, and he was a liar. He was what? He was a liar. Like what? The one who wrote the Quran for the Muslims, the one who recited the Quran for the Muslims. The Muslims, they received the Quran from this guy. He is a liar. Don't you see something wrong here? I hope we have some Muslims are listening and they will have any comment about this. If, let me zoom in on where it says, and he وَكَانَ كَذَّابًا. Do you see it? I made it big. وَكَانَ كَذَّابًا, and he used to be, he is a liar. We have a Muslim, his name is Miss Servant. How are you, Mr. Servant? The Quran you have today between your hands is coming for you from someone the Muslims call him kadhab, which means a liar, a fabricator, a scumbag. What, you know, and the funny, look what the Muslims, just to show you how Muslims are, they try to run away from the truth. Look what we are showing them, how important the proofs we are showing. And this guy is saying to us, the prophet, he have many miracles proven to be true. Those miracles reported by who? Where? The Quran itself, I don't want to change the topic, but just to show, let me get him busted in a second. The Quran says that Muhammad have 0 miracles. So who is the liar here? وَمَا مَنَعَنَا أَن نُرْسِلَ بِالْآيَاتِ إِلَّا أَن كَذَّبَ بِهَا الْأَوَّلُونَ. Allah refrained from sending any miracles. So who is a liar here? We refrain from sending miracles. Who is talking? Who is talking? Allah. Refrain. Do you know what refrain? We refrain from sending signs only because the man of former generation treated them as false, which is a lie, because the Christian believe in the miracles of Jesus and the miracles of Moses and all the prophet before that. So what miracles you are talking about? So let us go back to 0. This Muslim trying to disturb us, so we will not expose his prophet and get him busted. So what we notice here in this book we are reading in front of us, that the Muslims reject any hadith reported by Hafs. And Hafs was a thief. He borrowed books. Not only he steal the books, he steal them the books literally, and he even claimed the books to his own, which means he borrow a book, he borrow my book, and then he write it down and he say this is his book. Look what it says. يعني أنه كان ينسخ كتبا لم يسمعها فيحدث بها وكأنها من سماعه. So he used to borrow books and then he claimed that it is his own books, and he speak about it as he is the one who heard it, but the fact he never heard this. And not only this, it says ولذلك قال ابن معين كان حفص وأبو بكر يعني ابن عياش من أعلم الناس بقراءة عاصم. But hold on, later we will see that Asim is a scumbag too. So we have Hafs, the one who reported the Quran, is a thief, and the Muslims called him a liar. Guys, focus with me. Don't focus on the room when open. Come on, focus with me. This is serious. This is the one who did bring the Quran to Muslims alive. The Quran today, the Muslims, they have the most popular copy. By the way, there's many copies and they are different. As an example, the Quran of Hafs is forbidden in Morocco. They don't accept it. They have different Quran. Now, what it says, and this is the book of Musnad Ahmad. Let me show you in the screen again. This is the book of Musnad Ahmad. I hope the screen is clear. So this is the book of Musnad Ahmad, volume number 2, and we are reading in page number 126. All right. So the question here, if Hafs, according to your Islamic books and the book, this is the book of Musnad Ahmad, if Hafs is rejected for hadith, why? Because he is a liar. What is the reason? He is a liar. And look what it says. Look what it says. هذا حديث غريب لا نعرفه إلا من هذا الوجه وليس له إسناد صحيح. وحفص ابن أبو بن سليمان أبو عمر البزاز كوفي يضعف في الحديث. So this guy, he is a person who is hadith is rejected, for he is a liar. Why he is rejected? For he is a liar. Let us see the word liar again. Here we go. You see it? وكان كذابا. وكان كذابا. This is the one the Muslims, they recite the Quran from him. In their books and their scholars, all of them, they agree that he is a liar. And any hadith he mentioned, we should ignore. Why? Because he's a liar. He fabricates hadith. He is a thief. He steals books. Not only he steals books, he take books and he claim later that he is the one who wrote them. Look what it says. وكان يأخذ كتب الناس فينسخها. يعني أنه كان ينسخ كتبا لم يسمعها فيحدث بها كأنها من سماعه. ولذلك قال ابن معين كان حفص أبو بكر، ويعني ابن عياش، أعلم الناس بقراءة عاصم، وكان حفص أقرأ من أبي بكر، وكان كذابا. And he was a liar. Look at the Muslims in the text. They have no answer. They are worried now about the Bible. You see, when you put the Muslims in the corner, they talk about what? About the Bible. Do you see the disaster we are talking about? The Quran, the Muslim they recite today, is received to them, delivered to them by a guy, they, not us, consider him kazzab, which means a liar. How this can be? No, I can give you the link, my friend. You can search for this book. This is Google book. Yeah, I know you don't speak Arabic, but you know the Muslims, there's many of them speak Arabic too, and this is not a secret. I'm giving you the page number. This is the book of Musnad al-Imam Ahmad. All right, and this is page number 126 in the front of your eyes. Okay, and I'm reading the text in the front of us one by one. So what else can I do? So the question for the Muslims, which is very simple: if Hafs is considered by you Muslims a liar, how you trust his Quran? How you accept his Quran and you refuse his hadith? He is the only person who delivered the Quran to the Muslims today. Remember, the Quran is according to, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it was only Hafs. This is only Hafs recitation. This is only Hafs recitation. And the funny, Hafs, he learned the Quran from a guy, his name is Asim. And Asim, he is not a trustworthy too in the hadith. He is a liar too. But actually, the fact they did not call him liar, they call him that his hadith fihi shay, which means his hadith he have problems, is not accepted. So we have Asim, the teacher of Hafs, he fabricate hadith, and we have uh, Hafs, he fabricate hadith. Now, according to this, what does that mean? Based on this, Muhammad, he says, if somebody fabricate a hadith of my mouth, he will end in hellfire. So Hafs will end in hellfire. As long as the Muslims admit that he is a liar, he fabricate hadith. Do you see the hadith in front of you? It says, whoever wrote on about me or from me, and he fabricate from me, he better go and end in hellfire. He should end in hellfire, for he is in purpose fabricated falsehood about me. So how the one who will end in hellfire, he delivered the Quran for you? As long you Muslims agree that his hadith is fabrication, his hadith is nothing but a series of lies, and as long you agree that his hadith is not accepted, why? Because he's not trustworthy. And not only that, you accuse him to be a liar and he's a thief. He's a fraud. Guys, when the book of Muslim Ahmad said, by the agreement of all the scholars, look, this is not only Muslim Ahmad saying that, he is telling you how many scholars they said that about him. They are saying that he borrow books, and when he borrow it, he don't borrow it just to borrow it, he borrow it and then he claim he is the one who wrote it. What? He claimed he is the one who wrote the books, and it says, and after that, look, it says, let me repeat again. وَكَانَ يَأْخُذُ كُتُبَ النَّاسِ فَيَنْسَخُهَا. And he used to take the word, the books of people, of others, and he make a copy of it. Which mean he used to make a copy of books he never heard it before, which means that's not his book, and then he speak about it as if it is his book. فَيُحَدِّثُ بِهَا كَأَنَّهَا مِنْ سَمَائِهِ. ولذلك قال ابن معين, for this reason Ibn Ma'in he said, وكان حفص وأبو بكر, يعني, and Hafs and Abu Bakr, which mean the Ibn Ayyash, من أعلم الناس بقراءة عاصم. He was the most professional when it's come to the reading of Asim. And then he says, and Hafiz was better reading from Abu Bakr. Well, that's wonderful. And he was a liar. How in the world you Muslims accept the Quran from someone you consider him as a liar? And he's a thief. And he's a fraud. Imagine somebody take my book and then he publish it as if it is his book. What do you think of him? This is exactly what it says here. Can this person be a trustworthy for the Quran to be given to you? John, I don't have a schedule, my friend, but the schedule we have usually in Friday afternoon New York time and Sunday afternoon New York time, but sometime I open depend on my time. So do you see, guys, notice in the text Muslims have no answer. You notice that? Look what the Muslim is busy about. The Muslim is busy about talking about pagan. You are the pagan, you are the one who kisses black stones. Your prophet, he said, the black stone is the right hand of Allah and is going to have eyes and witness for you in the judgment day. Who is the pagan? You believe in a living stone, which is the right hand of God. And this living stone is in the shape of a vagina. And then you talk about paganism when you are the pagan one. But he's trying to take us off of the topic. Now, we are not done. My friend, we are not done. Look, this is a Muslim website actually in front of you, and have a collection of statement about Hafs. Hafs people don't accept his hadith. And he come with munkar al-hadith, not only rejected the disgusting one. And this is in the book of Al-Bukhari, At-Tarikh al-Saghir, volume number 2, page number 233. Same mention that any hadith mentioned by Hafs, it's left alone, which means rejected. The book of Al-Bukhari, the book of Al-Du'afa al-Saghir, page number 35. The book of Al-Albani, ضعيف Sunan al-Tirmidhi, the weak hadith of At-Tirmidhi, رقم الصفحة, the page of number 348. It says, he's speaking about Hafs. He says, he mentioned this, etc., etc. He says his hadith is ضعيف جدا. His hadith is very weak, which means they're accusing him literally that he's a liar. And look what it says: وحفص بن سليمان أبو عمر بزاز كوفي يضعف في الحديث, which means any hadith is mentioned by Hafs considered to be a weak hadith. Read. This is how liar he is. The book of Al-Albani, إرواء الغليل, volume number 1, page number 260. أبو عمر هذا هو حفص بن سليمان القارئ الكوفي وهو متروك الحديث. Again, any hadith is coming from Hafs is rejected, for he is a liar. It's the list is endless. Like if I read all of them, there are a lot. Look how many. All of them, they are saying this is all reference about Hafs is a liar. And those in a Muslim Sunni books, this is not a Shia. Those reference, those books are not Shia books. And this guy is supposedly considered as a Sunni for the Muslims. They consider him his best, Hafs. So how this man who is called by you as a liar, fabricator, scumbag, who copy books of others and he claimed this is his book, how you can accept his Quran? Are you guys getting the point? How we can accept the Quran? No, they are not accepting his hadith because they don't like the contact only. They reject his hadith because it's proving that he's a liar. John, do you hear me? I showed you here. It says clearly that he is rejected because he is a liar. It says, I wish I can highlight it. He is a liar. He is rejected for a very simple reason. He is a liar, and he's a thief. He steals books of others. So how we accept the Quran? How we accept the Quran from somebody is proven by Muslims that he is a fraud? If this person, he is, if Muhammad himself, he said that the one who fabricate one word about me, and this is hadith, he will go to hellfire. What it says, but read with me. Read with me, please. I'm not the one who's saying that. Anyone he said things in purpose about me, he lie about me, he fabricate a hadith about me, he will end in hellfire. Who is saying that? Muhammad. So where is Hafs now, according to Muhammad? If Muhammad is true prophet and what he says is true, Hafs is in hellfire. That's crazy. This is the Quran of God. The one is not fabricated, the one is preserved, and the one, etc. And then it's coming from a fraud, proven to be a fraud by Muslims. A person who steal books, and then he doesn't steal books like he borrowed them and he keep them home. No. Listen carefully. That's not what he's saying. He steal books and he write them again, and he claimed that those are his own books. Like, what the heck? This is the one who you recite the Quran from him, and his hadith is rejected for he is a liar. And what is make it more funny, they are not only saying like he is not good. No, they are saying clearly وَكَانَ كَذَّابًا وَكَانَ كَذَّابًا, and he was a liar. I mean, I find that really amusing. He was a liar. Now you see, I can go all over the reference. Uh, it's endless reference as I showed you in the page. But I think what we want more, and the Muslims agree about that, and those are the Muslim Sunnis. So this guy, he steal, this guy called كذابا. You see the word in the middle, وكان كذابا. I wish here I can highlight Google Books, but I cannot, and my mouse doesn't show in the screen when I put my hand my mouse in it. Yeah, so he is a liar, he is not accepted, and he is described as a filthy man who fabricated stories and as a thief. So how in the world we accept his Quran, but we refuse his hadith? By the way, which one is more high to the Muslims? If you ask a Muslim, which one is more important, the Quran or the hadith? The Muslim will say for sure the Quran. All right. If the Quran is the highest standard for you, then we should have a highest standard witnesses. Where it does says, servant, it's in front of you. Are you blind? Servant, are you drinking too much camel urine? Don't you see it? I make it even with magnified. And still you cannot see it? Still he cannot see it. Again, this is the book of Musnad Ahmad. Let me show the reference. So any Muslim he want to say this is a lie, here we go. Let me show the reference. This is Google Books. All right. Let us go there. You see it? The book of Musnad Ahmad, volume number 2. And the page number is 126, as we showed you here in the screen. So don't tell me where it says that. All of this and where it says that? Let me see if I can post the link for you guys in YouTube. I don't know if it's going to go through because the link is so long, because it's coming from the search engine. Let us see. Maybe it will work. It says no. 712 letters for the link. I need to make it short, I think. Let me see if I can make it short so you guys can have it. Okay. Google shorten link. Yeah, okay. That's a good idea, right? So all of you can have the reference. Okay. All right, now it's working. Let me post it for you guys so you can save it. Is the link is coming? Is it coming to your side, guys? Do you see it? Just let me know if it's working. Click in it and tell me if the book open in the same page we are talking about. All right, wonderful. Now we can show you endless numbers of reference about Hafs accused to be a liar by the Muslim Sunni. Endless. Look how many. Look. I mean, what a shame. What a shame. All their scholars. Look what this hadith here is saying. The book of Majma' al-Zawaid, volume number 1. Volume number 1. All right. Page number 358. It says, reported by Abu Huraira that the Prophet said. It says, and then it says, وفيه ابن حفص وفيه حفص بن سليمان ضعفه ابن معين والبخاري. Because it have inside Hafs, it became weak. Just because he is there. You believe it? Because Hafs is in the hadith, just because his name is mentioned that he is the one who reported the hadith is cuckoo, poo, dudu, garbage. So if the Quran is the highest standard of Islam, shouldn't we have a highest standard witnesses for the Quran? Hafs. And how a thief and a fraud and a scumbag was able to take his place in such a position? Hmm? Any Muslim can give us an answer? Any Abdul in the text would like to tell us? Amazing. And you know, the funny, Muhammad, he says, خذوا القرآن عن أربعة. Take the Quran from four. Let me see if I can find the hadith in English. خذوا خذوا القرآن عن أربعة. Here we go. Muhammad said, خذوا القرآن, take the Quran from four. Who are the four? Abdullah ibn Mas'ud, وسالم مولى أبي حذيفة, ومعاذ بن جبل, وأبي بن كعب. So who is Hafs? And who is the one who taught Hafs? If we go again to the Quran, we will see that he took the Quran from Asim. And however, Asim is a liar too. Do you believe it? Asim, the one which Hafs he learned the Quran from, is a liar. uh, let me see if I can find some reference about Asim. حديثه فيه شيء. Yeah, I would try to find the one about Asim. Asim Abu Nujud bin Abi Nujud. Here we go. وقال الدرق etc. وفي حفظ عاصم شيء. Let me show you the reference. This is the Muslim website, not my website, as you see. All right. Here they are giving you all the reference about him. All right. And then he says that his hadith is rejected. يخطئ. He used to say, he used to make always a lot of mistakes. And he used to imagine things, which mean actually he is a liar too. Which mean like if somebody is imagining hadith happened but it never happened, this is mean it's a lie. So حتى خرج عن حد الاحتجاج به لكثرة وهمه. They refused to accept his hadith because he have his own, he fabricate. This is Asim, the teacher of Hafs. Hafs, he learned from this guy. You see the disaster? This guy, his hadith is rejected. Why? Because he is a scumbag liar. Look what it says. وقال أبو حاتم لا يشتغل به ولا بروايته. It's not accepted. Not even him, not even his speech. And he is causing the hadith to be weak. And his hadith is from dhahib al hadith, which means the hadith is go with the sewage, rejected totally. And then he continue. Sharik ibn Abdullah and Abi Zar'a قال, the guy, his name is Sharik, the son of Abdullah, from the scholar Abu Zar'a, he said, كان كثير الخطأ صاحب وهم وهو يغلط أحيانا. He knew a lot of errors when he report, and he was صاحب وهم, he fabricate, and he make mistakes sometime too. Now, how someone he is fake, false, make mistakes, imagine, and he fabricate hadith is accepted to teach the Quran? Guys, are you with me? How in God's sake this happened? I'm just showing you some of the reference. This is the guy who taught Hafs, but Hafs is, remember, he is a liar, scumbag, he steal books, he fabricate books, and he claimed those books are his. And any hadith he mentioned, his hadith is rejected automatically because he's a liar. And the Muslim called him a liar. This guy, the teacher of Hafs, he took the Quran from him. The teacher of Hafs, he is a liar too. He fabricates hadith. He's a scumbag. Look, look Al-Qattan. Al-Qattan is a very well known in Islam, you know, as أهل العلماء, the scholars, the big scholars. He said, ما وجدت رجلا اسمه عاصم إلا وجدته رديء الحفظ. This is very dangerous. I never met a man, his name is Asim, because of this guy. But he is always very bad in memorizing things. But this is the one who taught the Quran to Hafs. This is the guy who taught the Quran to Hafs. If the one who taught the Quran to Hafs is a scumbag, he do not know, he don't memorize very good, he make a lot of mistakes, he fabricate things. But remember, we show you the hadith Muhammad, he says, anyone fabricate anything from me, he will enter hellfire. So this guy will be in hellfire. If those are the one who deliver the Quran for you, so how you accept the Quran? وقال الدرقطاني في حفظ عاصم شيء, in his recitation, شيء, have a problem. What? This is the guy who memorized the Quran. His memorizing have a problem. So how you accept the Quran from him? And here it says, وليس محله أن يقال ثقة, he is not trustworthy. And he was not really a Hafiz, which means not one of those who they memorize. So how he memorized the Quran? And Nasa'i, he says he is not a Hafiz. He don't really memorize. Al-Aqili, he said he have nothing but very bad memorization. Ibn Kharrash قال, he said في حديثه نكرة, the hadith he mentioned is rejected and bad, disgusting. Nakira, which means it's a lie. I mean, it's endless. So how we can accept this guy to be a person who deliver for us the hadith, deliver to us the Quran, if the Muslim they say about him all those things? Then we go back to Hafs. Hafs, the one who is considered as a liar, as a thief, he learned the Quran from this guy. So we have two guys who they are the major reasons for the Quran to be exist today. The master, which is Asim, which they said about him that his recitation is very bad. He fabricates stuff. He is not truthful, and his hadith is rejected. And we have another guy who learned from him, who his hadith is rejected, and he is a thief. He is a fraud, who he copy books, and he claimed that they are his books. So how we can solve this problem now? This is the Quran. John, we don't want to change the topic now. You see, let me tell you something about Muhammad being son of someone, and then his birth 4 years after Muhammad. I believe that all Islamic books is a fabrication. This is why the dates doesn't match. Otherwise, Muhammad he have to be the son of someone else. As simple as that. If the date about Muhammad is born 4 years after his father's death, the answer is very simple. If this is a true story, that's mean Muhammad is not the son of Abdullah. Abdullah, the Muslim, they claim he is his father. However, I believe that all Muslims books is, as you see, the one who reported the Quran is a scumbag. You know what I mean? Well, if you order my book, you will see the reference, my friend. If you have my book, if you have a Deception of Allah and Quran and Science, you will have. However, all Muslim books are not trustworthy, starting from the Quran. Like when we start today, we start mentioning this hadith, this verse. Allah saying, if the ocean water was ink, is not going to be enough to write His words. But this is very stupid. Why? Because in different Quran, Muhammad he said in chapter of Al-Ahzab, chapter 33, verse number 40, Muhammad is the seal of the prophets, which means after that Allah is a mute. So if Allah, His words, all the water in the ocean, if it was ink, will not be enough to write it. So where is the book? Where is the words of Allah? You know what I mean? This is how simple, how easy is it to destroy the Quran. If Allah is saying, if all the ocean of was ink, all of it, and can you imagine how much ink that is will be? You can print the whole Quran in a little tiny cup of ink. Doesn't even take a cup. The whole Quran we have today. So how Muhammad he says in his Quran that this book, or sorry, the word of Allah, if the ocean was ink, will not be enough to write His words. So where are they? Don't worry, John, you can ask me. But we want to focus on those things now. And so this is how stupid the one who believe in Islam, because the second you accept that the one who gave you the Quran is a scumbag, is a liar, and you are the one who call him liar, not me. And you are the one who call him a fraud, not me. And you are the one who reject his hadith, not me. And then you accept his Quran. If we want to have somebody in the court and we have a report from the police that he is a thief, he will not be accepted to be a witness. Leo, don't insult anyone in the room, please, in the chat, otherwise I will block you. Anyone is welcome to ask us questions, and there's no need to insult others. He's more than welcome here. And I like his questions. That's mean he is searching and he is studying. Not like those who come here and they just you know, they don't take reference and they don't care. So a very important thing we need to learn that the Quran today is received and delivered by someone is not trustworthy by Muslims. He's a fraud according to Muslims. He was called liar according to Muslims. He learned the Quran from his master, which is a fraud and a liar too, according to Muslims. Then where is the true Quran? Where is the true Quran? Who is the trustworthy? Uthman ibn Affan himself, the one who collected the Quran, the Muslims, they killed him and they refused to bury him with the Muslims. They buried him with the Jews. He was not a trustworthy too, at least for the Muslims. So we have a chain of a scumbag according to Muslims, who Muslims receive the Quran from them, and yet the Muslim, they want to say to us that the Quran is preserved. Not to forget to mention that Quran, you know, it's not only not preserved, the Quran is missing, big deal. Like, you know, Umar, he said, we showed you the hadith before, that the Quran was a thousand letter, 27,000 letter, and the Quran today is not even, I think, 227. There's different numbers, but like the maximum maybe 227,000 or 67, I don't know, which means more than 70% of the Quran is gone. And we remember the hadith uh, where Aisha, she reported that a goat, she ate the Quran, and those verses now is missing and we cannot find them. So now we saw uh, many problems in this religion, and the biggest problem is even the Quran, which is delivered to the Muslims today, is delivered by a fraud person who copy books, who fabricate hadith about Muhammad, and Muhammad said clearly that the one who fabricate hadith about me, he will end in hellfire. Anyone who do that. Based on this, as long as the Muslims agree that Hafs is a fabricator, he fabricate hadith, and all his hadith is rejected, then Hafs is going to end in hellfire as we see in front of our eyes. Otherwise, Muhammad himself is lying. If Hafs will not go to heaven, sorry, to hell. So I wanted to like open early today and share this with you. And feel free, please, to share this video with your friends. Uh, 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 if you guys have a topic you want me to talk about, I'm quoting the hadith from Ibn Majah. This is Sahih Muslim, Abdul, not Ibn Majah. And what's wrong with Ibn Majah? What's wrong with Ibn Majah? Here we go. Ibn Majah is a scumbag too. Hey, servant, what's wrong with Ibn Majah? He's a scumbag too? You see, the Muslims, they have 6 books of Sahih. There are 6. And Ibn Majah is one of them. It's not only Sahih al-Bukhari is Sahih. It's not only Sahih Muslim is Sahih. There are 6 books. So what's wrong with Ibn Majah? Some narration indeed weak. Indeed, here we go. The problem of weak or strong. How we can find this? How we can follow this religion if you Muslims have a lot of weak hadith? And who is the one who decide what is weak, what is not? Because some of you says it's weak, the other one he says it's strong. I can show you one hadith once appearing as weak and once as appearing as strong. The same hadith. So which one we take? And here we go. The hadith about the goat is not weak, my friend. It's not. I will show you in front of your eyes. Here we go. And by the way, in the book itself, it doesn't say even anything about it if it's weak or strong. Here we go. Do you see it? It says Hassan. I'm trying to zoom in. Let us see if we zoom. Okay, now it's showing. Do you see it? The grade is Hassan. Are you happy now? Are you? It is what? It is Hassan. So weak, the game of weak is gone. So what we will do now? And this hadith speak about Arda' al-Kabir, the breastfeeding for adult. And this is about Sahla bint Suhail, the woman who Muhammad, he ordered her to give her boobs to an old man so he can suckle it. All right, I can show it to you from many places, Sunan Ibn Dawood and Sahih Muslim, etc. Now, are you going to say this is weak? It's not. This is Sahih Muslim, as you see. It's not weak. So what we will do now? What we will do? Do you see it, guys? It says Sahih. Do you see the hadith? It says Sahih, because he will say it's weak. Hold on. The word weak is ready. It's like, a copy paste. Anything you show them, they say to you weak. Do you see it? It says Sahih. So now what we will do? Let us zoom in. It's not showing yet. uh, okay, we need to make it smaller too. That maybe will make it show in the screen. I hope now it's showing. It says Sahih. Do you see it? The Prophet is ordering a woman to give her boobs to a strange man. He have a beard. Do you say it says has a beard? Guys, first of all, you see it says Sahih, right? Does it say Sahih? Do you see it? Tell me please if you see it. It says Sahih, right? So we have no problem with this. Now, let us zoom in. I heard Aisha, the wife of the Prophet, says, Sahla bint Suhail came to the Messenger of Allah. O Messenger of Allah, I see a displeasure in the face of Abu Hudayfa. This is the husband. When Salim, he entered upon me. So this guy, he don't like it when this guy, he entered upon her. The messenger, he said, breastfeed him. You know, the Muslim, they say to you, oh, you know, the Prophet, he ordered her to give milk to him. Look with me. It says breastfeed him. Suckle him, not give him some milk. What do you mean give him some milk? She's a cow and she's an old woman. She don't have a baby. Do you think women have always milk? What do you think women? They have they are a refrigerator and they have milk anytime you click at the nipples, they have milk always. So breastfeed him, she said. He has a beard. He has what? He has a beard. He said breastfeed him, and that will take away his displeasure of the face of Abu Hudayfa. What do you say about this? Muhammad ibn Ishaq. Don't talk about Ibn Ishaq, because if you talk about Ibn Ishaq, I will show you something. I will show you how crazy Ibn Ishaq is. So do you accept Ibn Ishaq, servant? Say yes. Say yes. I challenge you. Servant. Say yes, I accept Ibn Ishaq. Say yes. Be a man. Hello? I want you to say yes. Say I accept Ibn Ishaq. He's so quiet now. Oh, John, they believe it for sure. This is the Prophet Muhammad, peace upon him, man. Don't say that. The Prophet is so smart. He is the best of mankind. This is why actually I'm very happy that the Muslims, they have something that's called hadith, because by the hadith Muhammad exposed himself. You know, he got himself busted. And as you see, this is Sahih. And by the way, I'm not against the breastfeeding for adult. I mean, that's fun. I'm going to visit my neighbor when I go in the Middle East, and right away I will knock at the door and I will ask his wife to give me her breast. And if the husband he show up, I will show him the hadith. Right? What weak narrator, you idiot liar? What weak narrator? It says in the front of you, Sahih, you dummy. Guys, it's a weak narrator. It says in the front of us, Sahih. It's a weak narrator. in the Muslim website, in their books, it says Sahih, it's a weak narrator. Just because they are ashamed of what their prophet is teaching. This is a prophet of God. This is a prophet of God. Now, I want people here, I want to see how many people of you want to copy this video and want to spread it around in your account. Who want to promise me to do that today? How many of you want to help me to spread the truth? Because this is a very important video. We showed you that the Quran founder, the one the Muslims they copied the Quran from, is called, accused to be a liar, scumbag, a fraud by the Muslim themselves. I would like you to copy my video. You see, I'm not like those fake Christians who they want the glory for their own and they want many subscribers. I don't care. I don't want subscribers. If I have 1 or 10, it doesn't matter really. I will be happy to have you having 1 million subscriber and post my video there. Even all your subscribers is coming from me because of my videos. I am very happy to hear that. I'm not working for myself, not for my glory. We are here to serve the truth. That's why I keep asking people to copy my videos. All right. Uh, yeah, copy the video. You can share it as a video in Google Drive and YouTube, etc. Play it in some broadcast website. Feel free. You know, I have no problem with that. Uh, People need to learn and people need to see. All right. Again, before we finish our, isn't it one of the snads of Hafs ibn Mas'ud? Yeah, yeah. Ibn Mas you see, you are talking about what? About the Quran? The Quran supposedly should be taken. Muhammad, he says, خذوا القرآن عن أربعة. One of them is Ibn Mas'ud. All right, but the only one mentioned there in the Quran they have today. Um, there's only one mention, but even that one, as we, you know, actually we should make a study for each one of them to show you that all of them they are scumbag, starting from Ali, sorry, starting from Omar, sorry, Uthman, man, I'm forgetting, starting from Uthman ibn Affan. He was killed by Muslims, tortured by Muslims, rejected to be paired between Muslims because they consider him a pagan and they consider him to be a Jew. This is the end of Uthman. Go and read the history of Uthman. And then we find that the Quran today we have is coming from Hafs. And Hafs, he learned from the Quran from Asim. But Hafs and Asim, both of them, they are liars. So what we can say? Any more comments? Well, I go to anywhere. Please, people invite me. If you like me to come to your church, invite me, and I will be happy to go there. And I do what I do for free. Remember, if you want to invite me to your church, especially if your church is poor, I will be happy to go to poor churches. I'm not really interested too much in that rich one. I love the poor. I have a passionate for them, and I love to serve them. So, if you are interested to invite me to your church to teach about Islam, I will be so happy to go. And I do everything for free, absolutely for free, which means don't pay me anything. I will pay for my food. If you cannot find me a couch to sleep in, I will sleep. I will find a hotel. Don't worry. All right. I'm a very humble man. I don't really care for all those things. Now, there's people who help us on donation, and the donation we use it for. This what the donation for. You know, if like soon I might go again to Asia. If not those people who help us on donation, I will not be able to do it by myself. But we don't ask those people who they invite me to give, because most of them they are poor. Actually, until now, all those people who invited me, they are poor, mostly. I will go anywhere. You know, invite me, I will go. All right, just make it work, make it happen. No, you have to make it happen. I cannot just come. I cannot just come. You have to invite me. You have to tell your church. They have to agree to have me, and you prepare to the occasion, the date, at the time. We can do more than one seminar. You know, so for me, then I come after you organize everything for me. Otherwise, what I will do if I go to somewhere? You know what I mean? Thank you, John. Actually, I know a lot of you love to invite me, and I will be happy to see you, all of you. Actually, there's many of those wonderful Christians who really I'm so proud to know them. Sometimes I'm disappointed of Christians not doing their job, but the fact there's a lot of wonderful Christians who really they are truly very they are better, a lot better Christians than me. I'm no one comparing to them. However, if you like to invite me, I will be happy to go. Don't worry, Erin. You see, the Lord is my protector, and He provide me with the good sense. When I speak to someone, right away I feel evil or good, and I never fail. You know what I mean? Right away, when somebody speak to me, I feel it. Invite me if you like me to come to Malaysia, but I think in Malaysia we have to do it secretly, right? Still, I will go. I have no problem. I have no fear. Even in a Muslim country where Muslims are so crazy and mad, I will go. Invite me and make it happen. All right. So, uh, always, uh, you know, if we don't like, if we are part of the community and we don't want to do our part, then what is the use of us in the community? Why you call yourself a member of a church, or a member of Christ, a church, or a member even of your community? I mean, what the point of your life? What do you do in life? Just eat, drink, sleep, and that's it? Get married, have kids, and then one day they will put you in a little hole and they put some dust on you? Is that true? Do you want really to end this way? Or you want to be remembered for things you did? You want to be remembered not by people, by the Lord himself. The Lord, he said, from their fruits you shall know them. So one day you will witness in the front of the Lord and you will bring your fruits with you. What is your fruits? What you will say? I was busy watching cartoon. I was busy watching Dr. Phil. I built a house. All of us, we needed to have a house. The Lord, he provide you. He's blessing you with many things. That's wonderful. You go to work, you make money, etc. That's good. But still, you have to come with something in your hands. Don't go empty hands, my friend. Don't go with empty hands and meet your Lord. That will be a very shame, and that will be very embarrassing. All right? You want to invite me to Islam to get what, servant? To get 72 versions, and Allah will make my penis endless? And then the cable company, they will have a contract with me to use my penis as a cable for internet? You invite me to Islam? We just showed you, you idiot, that your prophet is an idiot ordering women to give her boobs to a man he have a beard. You want me to you want to invite me to Islam, so if I get married, my wife, she will say to me, I want to give my breast to this guy? Is that what you want exactly? I have no view of the bombing in Manchester, my friend. This is Islam. What view? Are we going to fool ourselves? This is Islam exactly. And you will see more and more and more. Just go and see, just in the last 48 hours, how many bombing happened in the world, not only in Manchester. And the funny about people, by the way, that if a bombing happened in a Western country, the whole world had to go crazy. But when a Christian, poor Christians in Africa get killed by Muslims, nobody remember. When poor Christians kidnapped and slaughtered by Muslims in Philippines, nobody remember. But if some Western people get kidnapped or killed, the whole world have to cry. My friend, that's what Muslims do everywhere, everywhere. That is Islam. It's ugly what they did in Manchester, yes, but this is the only one you saw. What about Boko Haram? They are kidnapping, slaughtering Christian girls for years and years. And Muhammad himself was the biggest criminal before them. So my friend, be truthful and remember, you know, always, you know, we have a problem that we focus in the media. The media don't report to you what is happening. The media report to you what they want you to hear. What's happening is a lot more ugly. A lot more ugly than you can imagine. I saw in the media, in the TV station, they are pointing the camera down the road, and they are saying those are from ISIS. 12 men and 1 woman and 1 child. They were saying those are from ISIS. The fact those are victims of ISIS, killed by ISIS, and they are Christians. And imagine the media switch it upside down, saying that those are killed by the army and they are members of ISIS. So they made the Christians ISIS. Anyway, guys, I want to make this video short because I want people to copy it and paste it again. I don't want to keep talking here because we finished our topic. So let us memorize what we, or let us summarize what we said. Hafs the one which the Muslim they report the Quran from, we found tons of reference, and one of them is Musnad Ahmad, variant number 2, page number 126. It says that Hafs was a fraud. He copied books of others and he claimed it to be his own. Hafs, his hadith is rejected, for he's a liar. Hafs is a liar. Hafs, any hadith his name is mentioned in it, is rejected automatically, because he is a rejected person, is not a trustworthy. And Hafs himself, he learned the Quran from another master, and his master himself, which is Asim bin Abi Nujud, himself is a fraud, as we showed you with the reference. And that's mean that everything the Muslims have is coming from a fraud, by a fraud. His name is Muhammad. With this, I want to say thank you. God bless you. I might do broadcast again, maybe in half hour or an hour from now. If you want me to talk about a certain topic, please let me know. Then if we broadcast again, we can go and do it. Yeah, maybe an hour from now, maybe half hour, I'm not sure. All right, maybe an hour, we will see. Anyway, just subscribe to that channel, and when we are on air, you will be notified. All right, now the coming video, I'm going to talk about something else, different topic. It's about yeah, you know, yesterday we have a Pakistani girl who came to our room. I will play some of the video conversation happened between me and her, and we will share our comments about that video. But for now, this video is extremely important. Please download it and share it with your friends. With this, I want to say God bless you. May the Lord keep you safe, and see you soon again. Maybe in 30 or 1 hour maximum, we will be back on air. Be with us. Christ is Lord. Islam is false. I mean to that. See you soon again.